Om Shanti and welcome to Light of Knowledge. In a world of stress, heartache, frustration and so much challenge, we find ourselves groping in the dark. How do we address these? How do we heal ourselves? There comes a point in time where medicine doesn't really have all the answers, and then we turn to spirituality. And spirituality often advocates meditation, a process to heal ourselves. Let's discuss this with Sister Shreya from the Brahma Kumaris. Welcome to the show, Sister.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
So, Sister, every spiritual organization known to exist advocates meditation in some form. And people keep trying and experimenting with these different forms. But what, according to you, is most effective, or do you advocate any one in specific?
I think all forms of meditation, whichever people practice and whichever is advocated by every organization, are right in their own way. Every process of meditation has some benefit, and we practice Rajyoga meditation, and I know the benefits of that very well, but I don't think there is any meditation which is wrong or does not have any effect. It could be limited. There could be something which is dealing with mind, body, soul. There could be some meditations which are only dealing with mind, some only with thoughts, some only with physical body. So the different aspects that they deal with.
So they are all unique in their own way?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, Sister, you have different forms of meditation where people have started practicing, and one that I've heard of is pranayama. You actually focus on your breathing in order to calm and still yourself. What are the views? What are your views in terms of how effective this is?
See, like you said, meditation is, it comes from a Latin word only, which means to heal. And I think pranayama is one of the process where physical healing, it helps in physical healing because it's a lot to do with breath. You breathe in and breathe out. It's like you throw out all the negative energy for some time. So it's good, very effective for the body. And of course, healthy body has an impact on the mind, but it's more from body to mind. I don't think it will help you change the thought process. Whereas mind, the role of the mind is to create thoughts. So there are some meditations where you can directly tap on that thought process. If you change the thought process, you will not create negative energy. Here it's like you create the negative energy, then you throw the negative energy, but because your traits are not changing, your thought process is not changing, situations are same, you happen to react in the same manner. Maybe you get angry, you create fear, you create sorrow. So again, there is this whole negative energy which is created, and we again throw it out.
So it doesn't really stop the creation of negative energy.
Yes.
Okay. I also have certain friends, who also chant a mantra. They sit in silence and they would think of a particular word or a spiritual line, and they tend to repeat that again and again. There is sometimes it's for X number of times to be said, or at a certain point of time during the day. Are there benefits in doing that?
Yeah, of course, because see, again, it's a very powerful mode of meditation. Any mantra that you are chanting, it's a very powerful word which is radiating a lot of vibrations. And it's making you feel good. Could be Om or any other word. But the only thing is, when you're chanting the mantra, you feel good. Because see, this mind is something which thinks all the time and you can't stop it. You can't. It's a factory. It's a factory which will create thought after thought. But when you're chanting a mantra, it's that one powerful word that you are repeating again and again. And in that moment, you can't create any other thought. There's no other negative thought that you create. Therefore, no negative energy. Firstly, it's very difficult to concentrate on one word. It's concentration. You're concentrating on one word and you're repeating that one word. It's this higher level of concentration. But again, the thought process is not changing. So once you're done with your mantra, that 1 hour, half an hour, like you were saying so many times, maybe 108 times, then once again you're back into the world, back into the same scenarios, stuck in traffic, work not getting done, all the challenges. Then again it's the same thinking, the negative kind of thinking. So it helps only when you are chanting it.
So it's a bit temporary of sorts, because it's great at that point in time when you're chanting, but the moment you stop and you go about your day-to-day life, somehow you're not able to draw the benefit of that through the rest of the day.
Yeah, because in a situation, you then can't chant a mantra because you will have to create the right kind of thought. Just imagine, take a simple situation that you are at a station, railway station, and you've just missed a train. Now, in that situation, you need to take care of yourself. You need to be stable and calm. There, just thinking the mantra may not help you. You need to create the quality thought. It's okay, and what I need to do next, I need to cancel this. You need to take care of the state of mind. So, it's very powerful, no doubt. But it is not a solution to all your problems.
And there are also people who focus on a particular object or in a particular thought through the power of concentration. And they use that as a form of meditation.
Okay, something very similar. See, these are all the meditation, at least for some time the mental chatter stops. When you're concentrating on something, you're focusing on that. That means you're not focusing on anything else. One thing in both these situations, whether it's mantra or whether it's focusing on a candle or on an object, you're still developing the power to put a full stop to that mental chatter. You may not know what is the next right thought to create, but at least with this practice, you're able to put a full stop, a break. You're able to bring your focus from that negativity and just stop it and concentrate on one thing, which will also make you feel good, which will not at least drain your energy. Here also you're focusing on a candle or object till you focus. It's like no other thought. Makes you relaxed, makes you feel peaceful, makes you feel good, but maybe in the moment.
And then there's the very, very powerful form of meditation that most religions advocate, which is the power of prayer, where they say it gives you so much of healing, so much of deliverance, so much of liberation. How impactful is that, sister?
Prayers are very, very beautiful, it's a form to connect with God. But sometimes what happens is that you pick up a prayer or something that somebody has shared, but it may not be your feelings. It may be very, very beautiful, but it's written by somebody else. So it's their feelings. And if you say that prayer, maybe first time because it's written beautifully, you may feel something. But sometimes you see in the religion, we will repeat the same prayer every day. And then we can just repeat it at the level of words, but our mind can be everywhere else. So, it's like when you have a relationship with somebody, you don't say the same words every day. If you have a relationship, it's a different conversation every time you meet. It's different. Similarly, the conversation that you have with the Supreme Power has to be your own feelings. And I think if it's your own feelings, it will be different every time. It cannot be. It may not be very eloquent. It may not be very beautiful, but it is your feelings. I remember this very beautiful story that I read once, that in this church, the father was saying the prayer. And the little child, he was just looking at the father and imitating the father, was saying something. And the father, when he was saying the prayer, was wondering that this is very small, no? The child was very small, that how can he say the prayer? He's so small. So after the prayer got over, the father came up to the child and said, "What were you doing?" And the child looked up at the father and said, "What were you doing?" Children are very innocent. And the father said, "I was just reciting my prayer." And the kid looked at the father and said, "I was also reciting my prayer." The father was like, "What were you reciting? Why don't you share with me?" And like the child said, "Why don't you recite the prayer?" So quickly the father said the prayer. And then this child says, "Oh, I was just singing ABCD." And the father said, "But this is not the way to remember God." And this child said that, "See, father, your prayer also had these 26 alphabets. My prayer also had 26 alphabets. The difference was, in your prayer, they were beautifully arranged. In my prayer, I told God, you can arrange it the way you want.
Yeah. So I've heard that the Brahma Kumaris teaches a very unique form of meditation which is called Rajyoga Meditation. Can you help us understand that better, sister?
Yeah, Raj Yoga is a word which means it is made up of two words, which is one is Raj and the other is Yog. Yog means union. So it's a union of soul with the Supreme Soul, with this being, with that Supreme Being. And when you have this beautiful union, you become Raj, which is the king, the master of your mind.
Well, sister, you're talking about a union between me and God. And for some of us watching, I'm not sure whether we've all had the opportunity to connect with God. It sounds something that may not be very easy.
It's a journey. See, meditation is a journey. The whole idea of meditation is to take care of our mind. And because we can feel that our mind is like a little weak, so we go through this journey where it's like the first step is to go within, inward. The second step is to go upward, to connect with this higher being, and then outward. Otherwise, if we don't go within and go upward, then when we are dealing with people outside, we're empty within. There's a void. So it's all the time taking from outside to fill this. But the moment we make this journey where we connect with our innate goodness, we connect with this powerhouse, God who is ocean of power, ocean of peace, I make this connection, I am full. And then when I come into the world, it's more like giving, not taking, but giving, radiating.
You spoke about journeying inwards, connecting with your innate goodness. And many people might not really be even connected to that innate goodness. They might find themselves to be maybe bad people, not worthy enough to have any goodness inside. How does one connect to that goodness or even see that goodness within?
The truth is that I am originally good. You know, this like this sari, it's pure, it's white, but if you are on a journey for a very long time, there is a possibility that something might drop on it. You might get a stain, you might get a stain of grease, of pickle, of something. But that is a stain. Originally, the sari is white, the stain is temporary. But if we are not aware, then we can feel that even the stain is permanent. And then we start to accept the stain. Similarly, on this journey, when we started the journey, the soul started the journey, every soul is pure, powerful, joyful, blissful, compassionate. Now, on the journey, as we were talking about, we acquired labels. We acquired the label of body, position. We also start acquiring some traits. So we may acquire anger and think it is right. We may acquire competition and say it's healthy competition. We may acquire something like stress and say positive stress, but they're not making me feel good. They're rather depleting my energy. But this is not who am I. This is something that I have inherited. Originally, I am very good, I am very pure. And the more I stay in this awareness, I'm able to tap into that innate goodness. So in Raj Yoga meditation, we believe that the soul resides in the center of the forehead, in front of the hypothalamus gland, just behind the pituitary gland. That's where it resides. And because the soul is this thinking being, and sometimes you can experience for yourself, you know, if you sit in silence, you will realize that all this thought process, these feelings is going somewhere behind this.
Well, sister, you spoke about inward, upward, outward. And inward, you said, connect to your innate goodness, which is who you truly are, the soul, the being, the energy who's carried traits of so many lifetimes. Then you also spoke about upwards, which is connecting with God Himself. Can you talk a little bit about this form of connection?
Yeah, because we can feel, that the soul is weak. It's just like the battery is weak. your phone has discharged. Now you need to charge it. So when you charge it, you connect it with the powerhouse, with the source of power. And that source for the soul is the supreme power. Now this supreme power has been described in all religion. If you see two things which are common in all religion is that one is God is always described as light. And the second thing which all religions describe God is by his attributes. You know, whether you see Quran, Bible, Gita, they will talk about God as this ocean of love, peace, compassion. And when you connect with God, the ocean, it's like you become full. Now how you connect your phone with that charger and then you connect with it with the source of power, even if you connect for 1 minute, even if not for more, 1 minute, the battery will increase. And similarly, if you have this connection, even for 1 minute, you will feel your battery increasing. That means you will feel full of joy, more love, more peaceful. And then the next step, outward. Then when you come in contact with people, you come in contact with different environment, it's more like you influence them. Rather than they influencing you, when you have a void within, they have more influence on you. Here, you can influence them.
So the energy that you're taking from the Supreme Being, God Himself, here through this meditation, you are having an opportunity to share it with people around, to radiate it. You could be in your office space, you could be at home, you could be generally in society, but you have that opportunity to send that energy out?
Yeah, it's an opportunity to send it out. It's an opportunity to contribute. See, that's the one thing people are looking for all the time. You know, they're running after a lot of other things, but even when they're looking for other things, they actually want peace of mind, happiness and love. They're looking for peace, they're looking for love in their relationships, and they're looking for happiness in life. This is one thing that everyone, anywhere in the world is looking for. And just imagine if you're full and you meet somebody and you radiate that energy, you're kind of giving them what they've been searching for so long.
That's a beautiful gift to give someone, actually.
Yeah.
Sister, I've also heard that Rajyoga meditation is one of those unique forms of meditation where you keep your eyes open and meditate. Can you help us understand why?
Yeah, because it's very difficult for some people. The one reason why it's so difficult is because if you have practiced meditation with closed eyes for a very long time, it kind of becomes your sanskar. And then to change it, it will take time. But why we keep it open, one reason is that when you close your eyes, it's a signal to the body that it's the time to sleep. And if you are a little exhausted, if you're a little tired, then there are chances of doing that. And then if you close your eyes and you fall asleep, sleep also gives you that kind of relaxation. So sometimes you can get up and say, oh, I had a wonderful meditation, but it's different. There's one thing called relaxation. The other is recharging. So meditation is about recharging. It's about increasing that battery. It's not about just relaxation. So if we keep our eyes open, then we are more alert. The second thing is that, like you just said, that this meditation is something that we not only do when we are sitting. We take it into our lives. When we are walking, talking, we are into situations because we are helping ourselves to generate a very positive thinking pattern. Now, if you are stuck in traffic or in a difficult situation, you can meditate there and then. You can go within and create a commentary which will keep you calm and stable. But if you're used to doing it with closed eyes, it'll be very difficult for you to do it at a workplace, at home, between the circumstances, situations, because the whole idea is to connect with yourself, and you really don't need to connect with yourself with closed eyes.
Some people say when you close your eyes, you can concentrate better. Is that true?
I think with all other forms of concentration, you keep your eyes open. It's like driving.
Yeah.
Just imagine the amount of concentration that driving requires.
Yeah.
You keep your eyes open. Studying, you never study with closed eyes. And even remembering anybody else, if you have to remember somebody you really love, you don't close your eyes. So why do we have to close our eyes to remember God? then maybe we don't really know him that well, that it's difficult for us to remember him or to connect with him. But all forms where, everywhere else where you require concentration, you keep your eyes open.
Sister, can this form of meditation be done alone, or are you supposed to do it in a group? How does this work?
This is just a connection where you're using two faculties, mind and intellect. So you can do it even alone. You can even do it at your home. But the thing is, when you do it collectively, sometimes the energy of other people can help you. For example, there's a lot of mental chatter and you are not able to connect. So when you go into these groups where people are already meditating, they're radiating that energy, very pure, positive energy, which helps you to calm down. It helps you to then connect with yourself and connect with the higher being. So the energy of the environment, energy of other people really, really helps you. I think doing meditation in a group can really help you a lot than doing it alone.
You're kind of helping each other then concentrate better and connect to the Supreme Being.
It can be a dependency also. See, it is not right. Some people come and say, I'm always able to meditate when I'm in a group. I'm always able to meditate, when I'm at the center or I'm with other people, but I'm never able to meditate when I'm at home or alone, which is not a good thing. Because if you're only able to meditate when you're a group, then maybe it is not your own connection and you're just experiencing the energy of the environment. Because if so many people are meditating, they're radiating that pure positive energy. You're picking that energy and feeling good. It's a feel-good factor. But it's very important that what you can do in a group, because the group is only helping you. You should be able to experience the same thing when you do it alone also. Then only it will be a proof that you are able to connect with yourself and the higher being.
Okay. Can we do a short meditation so that we can really experience all that you've shared with us today?
Sure. For a few moments, come into the awareness that I am this beautiful energy in the center of the forehead. Try to visualize a tiny sparkling point of light. I am this radiant energy. I have acquired this body, but I am separate from this body. Originally, I am pure, peaceful, loving, powerful. I am complete. I don't need anything from outside. And now, I connect with my Father, Supreme Being, who's the ocean of love and is also this point of light. My Father is also just like me, energy. So I visualize my Father, another point of light, sparkling. I sit with him and I feel his wave of energy, pure love, unconditional love. He's the only one who accepts me the way I am. I feel so full, so powerful. I am the child of Almighty Authority. And in this awareness, I connect with the world. I see everyone also as beings, a sparkling point of light. They are also children of God. And in this moment, I feel a unique connection with my world family. I feel a sense of belongingness towards all of them. And I send out the vibrations of love, peace, and happiness to each one of them. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. I think many of your viewers will be able to practice this at home and truly experience the power of healing. Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
So friends, the Latin word for meditation is medere, which means to heal. And I hope that from whatever you learned in this session today, you are able to apply meditation in your life and truly heal. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to reach out to us. Take care.